Here's something wild to consider. You could be earning more money than your parents ever dreamed of making, and still find yourself stressed, broke, and wondering where it all went by the end of the month. That's not a you problem, that's a systems problem. And today, we're gonna fix it. Most people think getting rich is about earning more. Hustle harder, get a promotion, pick up extra shifts. But here's the brutal truth that nobody in school ever taught you. Income and wealth are two completely different things. Income is what you trade your hours for. Wealth is what keeps generating value whether you're awake, asleep, on vacation, or flat on your back with the flu. The moment you truly understand that difference, everything changes. Look at the wealthiest people in the world. They didn't get there because someone paid them a fat salary. They got there because they owned things, businesses, real estate, assets, systems that work without them. Until you start thinking like an owner instead of an employee, you'll always feel like you're running on a financial treadmill, moving fast but going nowhere. So what's the actual solution? It's not willpower. Willpower is unreliable. You can't white-knuckle your way to financial freedom. The answer is structure. Specifically, a simple allocation framework that tells every single dollar exactly where to go the moment it arrives. This is something you do once, set up properly, and then let run on autopilot. That's the key. Remove the daily decisions and replace them with a system. Here's how it breaks down. 20% of everything you earn goes straight toward growth. 10% goes toward building your stability buffer. 60% covers your true essential living costs, and the final 10% is yours to enjoy, completely guilt-free. That's it. That's the whole framework. Simple, but the impact is anything but simple. Let's talk about that 20% first, because this is where your future actually gets built. The moment your income hits, before you do anything else, that 20% moves. Not when you feel like it, not if there's anything left over. Automatically, immediately, the money goes to work. Because here's what research and basic math tell us. If you wait until the end of the month to invest whatever's left, there will never be anything left. We are wired to spend available resources. Remove the money from your reach before you even see it. Now, where does that 20% actually go? Think of it as a ladder starting from safer ground and climbing toward higher returns as your confidence and knowledge grow. You begin with something solid, high-yield savings accounts and government bonds. Boring, yes, but boring protects your capital while still earning something meaningful. Then you move into broad market index funds and ETFs. This is where most of your growth money should live. You're not trying to pick winners, you're buying everything. The entire market has historically returned around 10% annually over the long term. You don't beat the market, you join it. Here's something that will surprise you though. The single highest return investment you can make is in yourself. Learning a skill that doubles your earning power delivers returns no stock market can reliably match. Digital marketing, sales, coding, video editing, copywriting. A course that costs you $2,000 and earns you $20,000 more per year is a 10 times return in 12 months. Build your skills before you build your portfolio, and your portfolio grows much faster because of it. As your foundation grows stronger, you can explore real estate investment trusts, which let you own a slice of real property without becoming a landlord. Then, individual stocks, but not day trading or chasing trends. Buy ownership stakes in companies you genuinely understand and believe will exist in 20 years. Think steady, boring industries like utilities, healthcare, and consumer staples. Wealth is built by time in the market, not by timing the market. Now, let's talk about that 10% that goes towards stability, because this is the piece most people skip and then deeply regret. An emergency fund isn't an investment. It's not supposed to grow aggressively. It's a firewall between you and disaster. When the unexpected hits, and it always hits, a car repair, a medical bill, a sudden job loss, this fund means you don't have to touch your investments. You don't have to rack up credit card debt. You just handle it and keep moving. How much should you have? Take your monthly essential expenses and multiply by 5 or 6. That's your target. Keep it in a high-yield savings account where it's earning a little interest but stays fully accessible. Build it slowly if you need to. Even small automatic transfers each month will get you there. And whenever you dip into it, your first priority is refilling it. Next comes the 60% for essentials. This category sounds straightforward, but it's actually where most wealth quietly gets destroyed. The enemy hiding here is lifestyle inflation. Every time income goes up, spending mysteriously rises to match it. Bigger apartment, newer car, upgraded subscriptions. Before long, you're earning twice what you used to and feeling just as financially squeezed. The 60% rule forces an honest conversation with yourself about what actually qualifies as essential. Rent, utilities, groceries, basic transportation, and insurance. That's it. Everything else is a luxury dressed up in necessity clothing. Your streaming services aren't essential. The premium version of everything isn't essential. A brand new financed car is absolutely not essential. The two biggest financial traps hiding inside that 60% are housing and transportation. People stretch to afford the maximum mortgage they qualify for. They finance vehicles they can't comfortably afford because monthly payments feel manageable in isolation. But add them up and they've consumed their entire essential budget before food even enters the picture. A reliable used car purchased outright beats a brand new financed one every single time. That monthly payment invested over a decade instead becomes serious wealth. And finally, that last 10%. This is your enjoyment fund, and it's not optional. This exists because extreme restriction creates resentment, and resentment destroys systems. If you feel deprived, you'll eventually binge spend out of frustration and blow everything you've built. This 10% is a pre-approved permission slip. Spend it on whatever genuinely brings you joy. Concerts, travel, great meals, hobbies. No justification needed, no guilt allowed. The insight worth noting here is that experiences tend to deliver more lasting satisfaction than things. A weekend trip creates stories you'll tell for years. A new gadget excites you for a few days and then blends into the background. When you spend intentionally, you actually end up needing less because you're not chasing the next impulse purchase to fill an emotional gap. Now, here's where the psychology gets interesting. This entire system works because it removes daily decisions. You don't have to decide each morning whether to invest or spend. The system has already decided for you. Automation is the secret weapon of every person who has successfully built wealth without being a financial genius. Set it up once, transfers happen automatically, purchases happen automatically. You focus your mental energy on the one thing that actually moves the needle most, earning more. Because here's the ultimate multiplier. A disciplined system on $4,000 per month produces solid results. That same system on $8,000 per month is genuinely life-changing. The structure stays identical, the numbers just grow. So once your system is running, your primary focus shifts to increasing your income through better skills, negotiation, side income streams, and career growth. The beautiful part about this whole approach is that it's inevitable. Not fast, not dramatic, but completely inevitable if you follow it consistently. Your 20% compounds quietly in the background. Your stability fund protects you from life's chaos. Your 60% cap keeps lifestyle inflation in check, and your 10% enjoyment fund keeps you sane enough to actually stick with it. Wealth isn't about how you look, it's about the options you have. The freedom to walk away from a job you hate, the ability to handle emergencies without panic, the choice to work because you want to, not because you have no alternative. That's what this daily discipline builds over time. Stay consistent, trust the structure, and staying broke becomes genuinely, practically, almost impossible. Stop wishing you could have more time and freedom and take action to make it happen. This is what my friend Chris from Money Ripples tells clients to do all the time. His mission is to make 1,000 people financially free by 2030. To help him achieve this goal, he created a group coaching system and course called the Wealth Accelerator Academy. The tools and lessons you learn about passive investing and how to vet deals are invaluable to helping you live the life you want. Want to learn more? Check out the course by clicking down the link below. If this video opened your eyes to what's possible, subscribe because your financial freedom story starts right here on this channel.